is the season for festive gatherings, but what's the best way to keep safe? I'm joined by infectious diseases specialist and medical microbiologist, Dr. Donald Vinh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Alicia.
Where are we at in terms of the cocktail of viruses at this time of year?
Well, we actually are still dealing with three major viruses, right? We have COVID that's actually increasing again. We have RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, and that seems to perhaps be decreasing. We're not sure if it's at a plateau or decreasing yet. But when we're saying plateau, we're still saying about 500 to 600 cases weekly. And then we also have flu. Flu has been particularly rough for the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, we were a little over 2,000 cases. The last 2 weeks, we've been over 3,000 cases. Some people think that the cases are coming down, but it's still over 3,000. And so only time and more data will tell what happens over the next few weeks.
What is the best way to minimize the spread during the holiday period?
Well, there's two strategies. You can prevent getting infection and you can prevent getting disease. In terms of preventing disease, where you are symptomatic enough that you need to seek medical attention, there's only two strategies available right now. That's against COVID and that's against flu. And for both of those, you really need to be up to date with your vaccine. For COVID, that means you need to have had a dose within the last 5 months. And ideally, an updated vaccine, such as, one of the bivalent vaccines from Moderna or Pfizer, or even the subunit vaccine such as Novavax. And for flu, you really need to get the flu shot. We know that it actually works based on data from Southern Hemisphere countries. So that's the two things that you can do right now against those viruses from getting sick.
When Quebecers are gathering, what exactly can they do to keep healthy?
Well, let's not deny the fact that we all want to be gathering to see family and friends over this Christmas holiday period. And nobody is trying to prevent that. What we want to do is we want to do this safely. So if you have symptoms, and no matter how light they may be, like a runny nose or sore throat or a cough, really don't go visit other people because they don't want your virus. Don't go visit, especially people or be around people who are, have high risk conditions or are at risk for having severe disease, such as the elderly or people who are immunocompromised or pregnant women and that kind of stuff. And if you don't have symptoms, don't think that you've got a green light yet to go, because remember, COVID can have this, weekly or asymptomatic period. Do yourself and everybody else around you a favor, do a rapid test. And if that's negative, off you go to your gathering. I think if we could take those basic measures, that's one big step. And of course, the other thing is, be reasonable in terms of the size of your gatherings. If you have a small gathering space, but it's so dense that people can't walk around, that's probably too dense. And if you have people who may not have been testing themselves or maybe minimally symptomatic, you can see how that can lead to transmissions. If you're going to be in a space where people are going to gather, try to, enhance the ventilation.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Vinh.
Well, thank you for having me, Alicia. And I want to wish you and all your viewers a happy and safe holiday season.